Hey y'all, Mrs. Blake here. Today I'm coming to you with a video on a lesson about dot plots. We're still talking mean, median, mode, and range, and dot plots are just another way to display data. Okay, so let me share my screen with you right quick here, and we will get rolling. These are the notes that were posted with this video on Google Classroom, so print them out and follow along. And if you're not able to print them out, just follow along and write what needs to be written on a sheet of paper, okay? So this right here is a dot plot. As you see, the bottom part of it is just a regular number line, okay? It doesn't always have to start at 1. Sometimes it'll be a chunk of the number line further down the line, like maybe 25 through 45 or 50 through 100 or things like that. It doesn't always have to start at 0 or 1, okay? This one says represents the total number of runs scored in each game by Tatiana's softball team, okay? Now, a couple of things that are important to understand about dot plots, okay? And the first is this. The dots represent your data, okay? These down here are just numbers on a number line. These dots are my data. So in the dot plot above, 3 dots above the 7 means my data includes the number 7 3 times, or 7, 7, 7, okay? Sometimes kids get confused and they think their data is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not, okay? And we're gonna keep talking about that. So our next question, how many pieces of data are the number 4? Well, above 4, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots. So how many pieces of data are the number 4? 5. And I know that because there are 5 dots above the number 4. Okay, whoops, sorry, let me zoom out a little bit so y'all can see that better. All right, which number on the number line is not included in my data at all? Well, that would be 2, because there are no dots above 2. He just gets skipped. I don't have any pieces of data that are the number 2, and that's okay. So what is the list of data for the dot plot above? Well, I have 2 dots above 1, so I have 2 ones. I have 1 dot above 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots above 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots above 5. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. I have 4 dots above 6. And then I have 3 dots above 7. Okay, we went off our line there to the edge of the page, but that's okay. This is my data. Okay, so the dots tell me I have 2 1s, 1 3, 5 4s, so on and so forth. Okay, so now we're going to use that data and our dot plot still above to answer these questions below. It says, how many times did the team score 6 runs? Well, I have the number 6 with 4 dots above it, or if I look at my list here, I have the number 6 listed 4 times. So I know they scored 6 runs 4 times. What is the median number of runs scored? Well, count back to the middle. And again, you could do this using the dots on your dot plot, or if you listed out the data, you can count that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, and here in the middle, I have a 5. So 5 is my median, okay? What is the mode? Well, mode is asking you which number appears most often. Dot plots make telling mode super simple because it's going to be whichever number has the tallest column of dots. Well, in this case, that's 5. So the mode of the data is 5. And then the range of your data. My biggest piece of data is 7. My smallest piece of data is 1, and 7 minus 1 is 6. Okay? On the second page of your notes, what I want you to do is I want you to pause my video for a few minutes. I want you to see if you can make your own dot plot using this data that's been given to you right here, and then also calculate median, mode, and range. Don't fill in anything down here yet. We are going to go over that together when I come back here in a few minutes. All right, hopefully you've made your dot plot for the second page of your notes. I'm going to make mine right now so you can check your work. The smallest number I have up here is 20, and I have 1, 2, 3 20s. So that means I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 nice neat dots above the number 20. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 21s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice all my dots are about the same size and are evenly spaced. I have 2 22s. And I have a 28. Okay, so there's all my data. So now let's look. Well, first, mode, like I said, is always the easiest. It's whoever has the most dots. Well, I can tell right away that that's 21. Let's talk range. Now, we're not using the numbers on our number line. I don't have any data at 19 or 29, so I don't need to worry about those. I'm looking at my biggest piece of data minus my smallest piece of data. So that's going to be 28 minus 20, so my range is 8. Now, let's go back to median. Let's count. I have 1, 2, 3 dots here, 1, 2, 3 dots here, and once I get to the middle of this column, I know that my median is 21. You could have listed these in order least to greatest and found your median that way too. Either way is fine. Let's talk about what it says here at the bottom of these notes. This is something new. This says an outlier is one piece of data that is far away from the rest of your data. And it says this piece of data is called an outlier because it lies outside where all the other data is grouped, okay? Now, this dot plot here has an outlier, and you may already be able to guess which one it is. It says which piece of data on the dot plot above would be considered an outlier and why. Well, obviously that's going to be 28 because 28 is far away from the rest of the data. Okay, or we could say that 28 is the outlier because the rest of the data is grouped between 20 and 22. Either way, 28 is your oddball. He is far away from where all the other values in my data lie. Okay, so if you need to watch this video again, feel free. If you need to print the notes and fill them out with me again, feel free, okay? After you feel like you have a pretty good grasp on dot plots, and you may need to go back and review median, mode, and range as well. But once you feel like you have those things down, hop on Google Classroom, click on the dot plot Google form that was included with today's assignment, and submit that for me so I can see where you're at.